question. This is something I really want you to process. Really think about it. Who's delivering and cooking your food, Black America? This is all going to come together. Just pay attention. Listen to this. There is a website on the internet powered by, as you guys say, low vibrational thinking people who spend their time complaining about Black folks. In this website, I found a thread where a lot of DoorDashers, white racist DoorDash deliverers, are complaining about the lack of tipping that Black people give and how they fantasize about tainting your food before you put it in your mouth. And some boast about knowing someone who has tainted your food when they knew the food was ordered by a negress. I'll be back. Hello, welcome back, people who came back. Let's get into this, because this is beyond disturbing. What it just shows me how this government is anti-Black. Because if I found it, how many law officials or law enforcers found that site and read what I read. Anywho, basically, it's amazing that these people have the audacity to have this much hatred towards us when they are the culprits, when their ancestors wrote the blueprint on how to oppress us, harm us in ways that we can't even imagine, and then perpetuate it to this day. Yet they hate us. It sounds like fear to me, but let's get into this. I want to go into a little bit and talk about these racist websites where these racist entitled brats go and talk about the crime and the harm they want to do to Black folks. And everybody acting like they don't know about this. Let's get on with it. And another thing, I never felt comfortable ordering food that comes in the restaurant containers, regular restaurant containers, not some special sealed containers, and having these random people deliver my food. I never felt comfortable, and I don't see why you guys are comfortable. You won't eat at certain people's houses, but you will order food that's not specially sealed and allow a random person to bring it to your home. Let's get on with this. The most violently racist internet content isn't found on sites like Stormfront and VNN anymore. One section of the web forum is dedicated to watching Black men die, while another is called Coontown and features users wondering if there are any states left that are negresses free. One conversation focuses on the state of being negress free or Negro free, while another is about how best to bring attention to the assertion that Black people are more prone to commit sexual assaults than whites. They're taking place on Reddit. There's a site that I found. I'm going to tell you later how I stumbled across this site. It's a Cesspools site called chimpout.com. Then I stumbled across this article, a 2022 article about Reddit. There's a Reddit moderator named A Santos 3 who claims the site is filled with anti-Black vitriol. When he reports the hatred, Reddit's response is, "After investigating, we found that the reported content doesn't violate Reddit's content policy." They say that a lot. When I notice that when it's against us. You notice they say that on many social media sites and websites when it comes to anti-Black speech. They don't see anything wrong. This video will be dark and very disturbing, as the group I'm reluctantly speaking on for, because I love my people so much. I think you guys should really be informed as to what's going on behind the scenes when you order food. But anyway, I'm speaking on a perverse, bankrupt, moral compass of people who I believe have a reprobate mind and they're psycho. And that's white racists, for real. Listen at your own risk. These particular screenshots are the most atrocious that stood out to me. I could only stomach so long being on that side. It's just filled with so much. If these people died in their sleep, I really don't understand where they, Let's go. This guy wrote June 16, 2022. He said, I once heard of a guy who was a racist white guy from Atlanta who used to save the things that came out of his nose and something about anal anesthesia. I guess it's something. Feces droppings in their drawers. I'm assuming that's what some people don't wipe their butts right. But he would gather these things and put them in a Ziploc bag. Just doing that shows you the mentality of these people. He would take these things from his body, put them in a plastic Ziploc bag, and supposedly force himself to go to a local eating place frequented mainly by negresses. He would put this stuff in salt and pepper grinders and for black folks to put it in their food. Another guy said he knew someone. I know someone. His name is Grease Monkey. Grease Monkey wrote on June 15, 2022. I know someone not a million miles from me right now who would stick his finger up his anus and smear it on the order if he knew it was a negress. Then someone replied, that's a great idea. The only problem being that a negress couldn't taste the difference. Wow. So think about the people he did this to, and you ate that. You ate that. I stumbled across a video on someone's YouTube channel, and that video, I went to do some research, and I accidentally stumbled into a rabbit hole, a dark, vicious, wicked rabbit hole. So that's how I found out about the racist site and other sites like Chip Out. And you notice that some white folks have a fascination or fetish. They fetishize apes and monkeys, because they like to call black folks primate. But I don't know if they do a research and know that who are the true Neanderthals, the primates, so to speak. It's not us. We do not have any primate DNA or Neanderthal DNA in us, but they do, and Asians. So that should explain why there's such a fascination with them always calling us apes. It's actually funny if you thought about it. But let's go on. I saw a YouTube vid of a white DOORDASH deliverer. He was recorded on Ring camera. That's why I'm trying to figure out, where's the intelligence. But anyway, the Ring camera recorded this fool dropping off a black woman's food that he delivered, and the fool calls her a dumb-ass negress while being recorded on her Ring camera. I don't know how he knew it was a black woman. Maybe her name gave it away. Maybe he delivered there before. I'm not sure. But This woman is minding her own business in her home, and I believe she lives in a nice home that could have set him off, because they just hate seeing black folks doing better than them. Especially he's a deliverer, so he's already bothered. Like, oh my God, is this what my life is about? I'm delivering this food to this person I believe is beneath me, and look where she's living and look what I'm doing. So I guess that just really just ticked him off. But anyway, he was recorded calling her a negress, and then he walks away. Anyway, I'm gonna insert the video what I found.
Here's your food.
So what happened was, what was funny to me and peculiar is it was only one YouTube channel talking about this incident, and it recently happened. So I went to browse the internet to see what else I could find, and I was like, wow, okay, why isn't anybody else talking about this? And I put in search engine, white racist idiot calling a black woman a negress delivering her food, and Jesus help me, Lord, what came up, the filth that came up is unbelievable. So a very low vibrational site created by whiny victimizers. It's so funny they call black folks victimizers, or have victim mentalities. But if you if you dare to do that to your brain, go to some of those racist sites and read what their complaints about. All they're doing is whining and complaining about things they don't like, and things generalizing. And then they're the main ones saying that black people are victims, are always playing the victims. And then there's a bunch of white men on there crying and complaining about things that just is irrelevant. So anyway, it's a bunch of whiny victimizers who are DoorDash deliverers. The site that Chimp Out. There are a lot of DoorDash deliverers on there, white DoorDash deliverers on the site, crying and complaining that they hate delivering to. They don't say black people. They're referred to as niggers, or think of any vile, disgusting term they can use. That's what they use to describe black folks. They're saying that black folks don't tip them, and I'm so glad you guys don't tip them, because just think, if you did give them a good tip, all they're going to do is still talk about you. They're going to take your money. Thank you, niggers, you dumb ass. Thank you for this $20 tip, and then keep degrading you. So don't give them tips. These people hate you, black people. They are DoorDash deliverers, and they're literally bragging about things they fantasize doing to your food, or things they heard other sick races doing to the food that they're delivering to you and you're going to consume. And going to restaurants and tainting the condiments, things they know the salt and pepper you're going to use is sitting on these tables out in public that anybody can come and taint. They're bragging about doing things to these places, these condiments in restaurants that black people frequent. We're the only ones that can stop this black America. We are the only ones who can dry up these people's resources by not spending our money with them anymore. We need to create our own food delivery services and cater primarily to us. And if anyone wants to say, oh, you're discriminating, you know what? Let them say it. Let them even try to sue you. Because what you could do is you can gather the gargantuous amount of evidence against these racist people and prejudiced people who want to join and link in with the racists, and show why we need to defend and protect ourselves, because no one in government is doing it. So if there's a possibility that you can have a racist person working in your country or company, and they're tainting black, specifically targeting black people and tainting their food, which can get them violently sick or even cause them to die, why do you think we will continue to spend our money with you? And this should be a federal case. DoorDash and other food delivery companies need to be investigated to find out if these things are true. And if they're true, how many people in management and DoorDash heard about this? How many people have complained about their food being tainted, like they knew something was wrong or tasted wrong, and DoorDash is not doing anything about it? And I guarantee you, these companies have multiple complaints about these white races and what they do and their terrible customer service, but these people keep them employed until they can't continue to keep them employed. In the meantime, you're spending your money with these companies, and they're allowing these sick people to deliver food to you that they can do anything to before it reaches your house and reach your mouth and reach your family's mouth. We're the only ones who can stop it. We're the ones who spend the most money. We need to develop our own services to protect ourselves, black folks. Those who are on board, start developing your own delivery companies. Start opening our own food places. We have enough money circulating among ourselves that we can financially support one another. We don't have to start doing it and stop talking. And freeze these racist, white, evil, and prejudiced companies out. Stop using their services. That's it. Let's get into this sick, demented website that was supposedly closed down in 2015, but I have screenshots to show that the damn thing is still running.
Chipout.com is a racist web forum where people go to rant about how much they hate black people. The forum consisted largely of racist jokes and vulgar emotional statements about how extreme users' hate is. It was one of the most popular racist sites on the internet before shutting down in 2015.
It's a lie. That's a lie. It's still running. They claim it was shut down, but I saw recent posts talk derisively about the presidential debate. Here's some screenshots. This won't be a long vid. I'm just giving you enough to help you, Black America, make a firm decision. You gonna keep paying these people to abuse you, or you gonna join together and get some things going on yourself? Will you continue to keep making racist America and their demented offspring rich, or form your own communities and infrastructures? We can do our own communities, and nobody would really have a legal right to try to come against us and say we're discriminating when we're doing it because we keep being discriminated against. They can't stop us. You're stopping yourself. As long as you feed into this and use their services, giving them your hard-earned money, they will keep taking your money and treating you with the utmost disrespect.
It is Chipout.com it was one of the most popular racist sites on the internet before shutting down 2015. Like I said, it has not shut down. Its URL subsequently redirected it a virtually identical site called Shitskin Plantation, which was itself closed down and replaced with a virtually identical website called Dindu Plantation. As of June 2019, Dindu Plantation has been redirected to chimpout.org. However, there's one difference. Chipout.org also targets Muslims in addition to blacks. As of December 2019, Chipout.com, which still only targets blacks, has returned in its own right as well. The two sites appear to be run by different people. So we have two different Chipouts, Chipmania and Nigressmania. The members of the forum ostensibly believe that black people are non-human animals, and then
refer to what I said earlier, the Neanderthal thing. That's their fascination with calling black folks primates, because they know that they're the primates and they're always trying to project on us. Anyway,
they believe that non-blacks are referred to humans. They sporadically supported this contention by citing racial pseudoscience or by wildly misinterpreting real science. The two were sometimes juxtaposed in a unintentionally humorous fashions, such as citing real studies mapping the difference between human population groups as evidence that sub-Saharan Africans are more genetically distant from Asians and Europeans. Yes, we are. We are very distant from you guys. Then Asians and Europeans are from each other, and then asserting that this evidence applies to all people of any amount of African descent because of the one drop rule. Normally, however, no real pretense was made of justifying their views. They never have a strong hard evidence. Everything that they say is regurgitated, and then when they never had a fact to support what they say, and then all the things they've said about us, it's been proven to be a lie, but they still, continue on with it. That's just how psycho their minds work. Anyway, they were simply assumed, and the posters spent most of their time obsessing over black celebrities, posting news links to crime stories involving black suspects, or putting up numerous pics of scantily clad black women and labeling them hideous. But I guarantee you, each of those people who posted that about black women, okay, we know you just mad because you couldn't get with one. But let's go on. The forum was also noteworthy for having its own racist vocabulary. Blacks who were deleted were referred to as having been goodified or made good, since in the view of the site users, the only good niggers is a dead niggers. Another example was routinely referring to a given black person by the pronoun. They referred to black people by saying it. Chip Out was not a white nationalist site, even though some posters were white nationalists. Unlike white nationalist sites, Chip Out did not appear to discriminate against any non-black ethnic group or against women or homosexuals. And posters from non-black minorities sometimes participated. Surprise, surprise. See how they always want to say we should, stop dividing us, but they're quick to join in with the white racists. Nonetheless, homophobic and misogynistic comments were sometimes seen if they were thoroughly racialized. For example, black males were sometimes referred to as being down low, or on the down low, a derogatory term for a closeted gay black man. Black people started saying that. Black women were often referred to by terms ironically borrowed from misogynistic gangster rap culture. Nonetheless, this type of language was only ever applied to blacks, and non-black posters from all backgrounds were welcome. See what I'm talking about, rappers? You guys fuel these fools. That's where you're accountable to. You're accountable for this anti-black hatred too, because you started calling black women hoes, and then you talk. Anytime a black man is not in street life, you call him a simp and you call him a fag. You unfuel these fools. And I'm gonna start talking about how the anti-black within our own group. We need to weed these fools out. You need to go. You need to get on. Kick rocks. White nationalist forums are generally filled with statements about how separation is allegedly good for all races and white people just want to be left alone. That's funny. That's what our ancestors said after slavery. We just wanted our own land. Just imagine if that happened. Just imagine if we all the free labor you got, you paid our people back in land and tools and equipment, because remember, interest. Imagine if we had our own land and stayed stayed the hell away from you, and you stayed the hell away from us. Imagine how harmonious this world would be. Let's continue. You want to be left alone. That's all we've been saying to you. But you guys, how do you want to be left alone when you erect these stupid websites and all you do is fill it up with black folks? I never met a person who didn't like something or didn't like someone and talked about them all day. Because that's the opposite of what you're saying. When you say you don't like somebody but you talk about them all day, that's not giving me dislike. That's giving me obsession. Envy, jealousy. Let's go on. Chip Out, on the other hand, seemed clear in attaching absolutely no value to black life. Posters were known to cheer the deaths of black murder victims, including children, regardless of innocence. A typical thread had users laughing at a video of a black baby being stomped on and explaining how they love to stomp on a black baby themselves. The universal consensus among the site's users was that all blacks should be either sent back to Africa or violently exterminated. Let me give you a heads up. No, a lot of us didn't come from Africa. A lot of our ancestors were native to this land before you brought your disease-infested, translucent skin to this country. So you can pack up and you can take yourself back to the caves. You can take yourself back to Europe if they'll let you, because I've been told that European whites don't even want to deal with American whites. They don't like you either. So let's go on. And well, Africans don't like you. I really don't care, because we already see the game plan when they was trying to convince us to go back to Ghana. Oh, we apologize. And then I'm finding out those black Americans drunk the Kool-Aid and got over there and regretted it. And some of them disappeared. Some of them were murdered. So let's go on. They advocate black people going back to Africa or violently being exterminated. Indeed, users of the site often celebrated conflicts and genocides in Africa. For example, Rwanda's entry in the Chip Out Negroes World Atlas states that the worst part of the monkey side was that it didn't kill every single effing Negress in Rwanda. Now I'm trying to figure out what happened to them? What did that have to do with you? Especially if you were in Europe or America. What did that genocide have to do with you? And most people who are living in the continent of Africa have no desire to come to America, would not mingle with you whatsoever. So why are you concerned about what happens in the continent of Africa? And let's talk about the time when meat was scarce in Europe and a lot of people are turned to cannibalism. You don't want to talk about that? European white people started eating one another because animal meat was scarce. So let's talk about what goes on in Europe. And then, isn't that a genocide happening now in the fight with Ukraine and Russia? Wow. Okay. I'm about done. This is 25 minutes. I've been talking about this foolishness, but like I said, I wanted to give you guys an idea. The people, the purpose of the video was to, I saw what happened with the DoorDash, the idiotic DoorDash deliverer. Made me go do some research, and then I stumbled across Chip Out, and they have a thread filled with DoorDash, white racist DoorDash deliverers who are complaining about black people and talking about how they have tainted black food. Well, tainted food that they knew was being delivered to black people, and boasting about things they heard that deliverers did to food that was being delivered to black folks. So I'm just giving you the info, black America. I'm just giving you the info. So if you want to still keep trusting these people with your food and you don't think that much of your life, then hey, keep making these people rich, and then see how it's going to turn out for you. You already see what's going on. They'll take your money and don't hire you. Or you call and complain about, and then this person had millions of complaints, and then, they don't do anything. All right. I'm about to shut up shop. I'm out. You guys try to have a good day. See you in the next video. Peace.